All right, so we are in the Akashic records, and you were telling me that you wanted to look into a human past life.
Please.
Okay, so let's see. Spirit guides, please let us know if there's any human past life that she needs to know about in this moment in time regarding what is happening in her life at the moment. Please and thank you. Is there any human past life? Okay, they're saying yes. Okay, so let me know a little bit more about this human past life. Okay, so this human past life takes place in America. I'm getting the 1800s. I see you were a woman in this past life. I see you have a very long braid down your back. You have a basket in your hand. You're picking up something. Is it flower? It's not flowers. It's is it grass? No, it's not grass either. It's like herbs. You're picking up some type of herb. Uh, there's another woman with you also picking up herbs from the field. It looks like a big field, but also behind you there's a lot of trees. I keep seeing a carriage like going beside you on a little made up road as you're picking up the herbs.
Like a horse and carriage?
Yeah, a horse and carriage, exactly. It feels like you know the person inside the carriage, but I'm seeing you like ignoring them for some reason. But the other woman that's with you actually looks up at the carriage. Her expression is kind of like she's glaring at the carriage.
Mm.
Okay, what's going on here? Okay, did something happen between her and the person in the carriage? Yes. Okay, the person in the carriage is a man with a top hat. Mm, it feels like the man wants to speak to you, but he he stops himself when he sees that you're ignoring him. Okay, so what happened? Whatever happened, you felt it as a betrayal. Yes. They're saying yes. Your spirit guides are saying yes. And it had to do with money.
It seems to be a repeating offense through
Mm.
my life.
Really? Oh God.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's see what happened in this lifetime. So it had to do with money and let's see. Okay, so you had a business and he somehow was able to sell your business to someone else without letting you know, and he took all the money. It feels that like this person, the one in the carriage, the one that sold your business, was actually a family relative.
Hmm.
I'm getting uncle.
Oh,
Now you don't have that money that you were counting on. It's not like you're like in that lifetime you were in absolute need of that money at the moment, but now you didn't have that money that you were counting on. So now you had to go back to doing things the way you were doing them before you had the business. And now everything is much slower again. Yes, about this.
hmm.
Okay, so let's go into that money theme. You said it seems to be a pattern.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, please, spirit guides, about the money theme that seems to be a pattern in her lifetime, in several of her lifetimes. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting that this money theme did not start in the lifetime that I just saw. It started before that. What I'm hearing is that you've always been a person that you give too much and you don't realize it until you've had your money taken away or you had some kind of betrayal.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Hmm.
Throughout your lifetimes, you have been kind of like put in a situation where you've had to enforce boundaries. In this particular lifetime that I just peeked into, you actually did put up boundaries by not allowing your uncle at the time to ever contact you again. So that's good. But now if you keep getting this kind of theme in your life, you might actually need to set up boundaries in another way. Like, for example, not necessarily give everyone money unless they give you an extremely good reason to give them the money. And not only a good reason to give them the money, but also maybe a contract where they're forced to give you back the money in a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Anything else for this? No. Any questions?
Um, I'm wondering who the woman was.
Okay, the
I
woman.
feel like it may have been a mother or a sister from that time.
Okay, let's see.
I,
So, spirit guides, who was the woman beside her in this past life that we just explored? Was it a mother? No, they're saying no. Was it a sister? Yes, you're right. It's a sister.
okay.
It's a sister. Is it, I'm gonna ask, is it the sister which she shares a lifetime with at this moment right now? Yes, so your sister now was your sister then.
That's amazing. That was a definite yes, right?
Yeah, that was a definite yes. So you've been together for a few lifetimes.
That explains so much, so much.
Any other questions?
um, was I married in that lifetime, or I always felt like we were very independent women in our past lives. I never felt like I was under a thumb of anybody. Like if I was, I chose to be, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Okay, let's ask. Let's see. So, spirit guides, in this lifetime that we just explored, was she married? Nope. You were not married. You were just with your sister. Um, and in most of her past lifetimes, was she independent? I'm getting a yes. A very
Yeah.
strong yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
You've
that's
always
that's
been,
wonderful.
yeah, you've always been independent. And actually, I felt that when I first got the images, seeing you in that white space looking for herbs.
Hmm.
Um, but I wanted to, see more just in case.
Right.
But yeah, you were not married in that lifetime. You were with your sister and you both worked together with herbs. Let me ask something. So was she and her sister, were they witches in that past life? Yes, you were. But more so medicine woman?
Hmm.
Yes, it's saying yes. So it seems you've always had a connection with being a witch, and not only just a witch, but an herb witch, like
A greenwitch.
a
I
green
I
witch.
was
Yes.
a shaman in one of my lives as
Oh,
well. And I remember us talking about that, and it was the same. We lived off the land at that point. And if I'm not mistaken, I think my Norse life was also some type of seer or herbalist.
oh wow. I don't remember that, but yes, I do remember that you had a Norse lifetime and a Norse guide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you are definitely connected to the earth and you need to be near or on the earth every day without fail.
Yes, I think that even speaks true to current times.
In that lifetime, you were not only just a witch, you were also a herbalist. And just like other of your lifetimes, people went to you for healing. All right,
That
any other questions? You said that you wanted to see if this lifetime correlated with things happening now. Did that answer that, or do you have any other
I
questions?
I think that it did answer that with the financial aspects. Um, and even the herbalists. I'm very in touch with my home and my land, and I'm there out there always. So I think that's amazing. So much information. And my sister, that that is something, she had a real hard time grasping this. She's come so far from that original plane. Um, she works a lot of overtime. She works in the professional atmosphere.
Okay.
Um, so she's kind of toes toes in the modern, um, fast moving, fast paced world. But you can see when you spend time with her one on one how much she craves that slower, walking through the grass, picking, could have been just wildflowers. She would have definitely, for her to hear that, she would have loved knowing that that's where her heart is.
Oh, maybe you can just invite her over one day and just for the few days that she's with you, stay in the garden.
I think we'll do that.
Yeah. Not with shoes. Tell her to take off her shoes.
Right. Yeah, she might be, we'll do that in her yard. That would be really great. She
Mm.
would love it.
Also, you know what else I got? If you wanted to go back into herbalism and take like official courses where you get a certificate, you could totally do that.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
would do that.
And maybe
Hmm.
along the line you could start your own business. I don't, that's up to you, but I'm just telling you what your guides are telling me. Possibilities.
Are endless. That would be wonderful.
Yes.
That would really make a difference to be able to do that and do what you enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what we're here to
Absolutely.
do what we enjoy doing, especially these star seeds.
The start now, we talked about that briefly when you did my initial reading.
Yeah.
It When we talked about it, it was so out of my, it blew my mind.
Oh,
I had, the amount of lifetimes you said I've had,
yeah.
and the planets I have lived on. And I think at one time I was a fleck of pollen or a drop of water. And I floored, absolutely floored by what you're able to pull and read is just incredible.
I mean, looking at your past reading, let me see because I don't remember what I said. Um, okay, yes, you're right. So in other past lifetimes, you have been a plant, a mineral, and a humanoid being.
I'm so lucky.
And in this soul purpose incarnation, your soul purpose in this incarnation was to be an earth guardian, a planetary guardian, a botanist, a plant expert, and a plant guardian. So look
Uh,
here, you're to be a botanist.
yeah, I live that. I grow and provide from my backyard farm.
Yes.
I think that life has kind of focused more since that reading because things that some people take for granted or, oh, this is what I like to do, they don't see it as something that is a calling.
Yeah.
So a lot of those things that I enjoy doing, I've chosen to take more time with those. Um, Instead of calling it a hobby, I say, oh, it's my calling. I'm here so that we can all have tomatoes in the fall and put them up and eat over the winter, even though we're in a modern day where that's not, although with the way groceries are priced with inflation and everything, um, I enjoy providing. In some cases, giving a basket of food is not looked upon as if it was the same as handing somebody $50. Well,
Yeah.
food that you've done, you've created, you've made, you've grown has a much more soulful, it's just, it's a different way to look at things.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the food. If you want to make my day, give me food.
Right? That's delicious.
All right, so
Absolutely.
we have 10 minutes left here. Any other questions?
Um, for those who would like a reading, how do they get in touch with you?
Oh, well, if you would like a reading, you can go to my Etsy site, which is linked down below, or you can also write to me to my email at akashasoaps@gmail.com. I will also link that below. And yeah, that's how you get in touch with me. So let me then close this session. I would like to thank my guides, her guides, my higher self, her higher self, the Akashic Records, God, Source, Goddess, the Void, and every other energy that made this reading possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will now like to close the Akashic Records and her record as well and finish this session. So the records are now closed, the records are now closed, the records are now closed. Are the records closed? Yes, they are. Okay, thank you so, so much. And I will see you on our next session, and I will see everybody else on our next video. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.